Buff Metal back with another video. What's going on, guys? Yeah, today I wanted to give you my top releases of 2026. I've been seeing this, video making the rounds on the YouTube, so I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring. What are my favorites that have come out so far? Yeah, man, sorry, I've been off the past couple of days, by the way. I haven't done YouTube this has been the longest stretch I've gone without doing it. But honestly, man, it's just because I've been living the rock and roll pretty goddamn hard. All right, I went to that Lord Humongous and Mordant Red show, which was awesome right here in my hometown. Well, not right here, but in my old hometown of New Bedford. And yeah, man, it was killer. Dude, Mordant Red, chill ass dude. Had a really good conversation with him towards the end of the night, and like that guy. Definitely like that guy. And obviously I've been watching his channel for years, and it's always like, man, props when you meet someone and they're cool in person too, you know what I mean? But regardless, I'll make a full video on that because there are some funny stories. But other than that, been playing in bands and shit. But regardless, I don't want to bore you with the details. Let's get right into it. What are the top 5 releases so far of 2026? Before I tell you mine, you just let me know what yours are too down below, because God knows I'm gonna get probably gonna get roasted, especially for my number one. But yeah, I am so bad at keeping up with new releases, man. I'm really not the new releases guy, but I just so happen to have 5 new releases that I figured would work for this kind of video. And yeah, it'll segue into some other cool stuff we have to talk about. So first up, number 5 on the list, the new Exhumed. Dude, Red Asphalt, I feel like this is underrated, man. I thought the songwriting on here was catchier, better, groovier than it had been on the last couple albums. Even though those were good, I liked horror and, stuff like that. But this dips back more into that territory of almost like, I kind of like Death Revenge, where, I don't know, I just feel like it's just more intricate, interesting songwriting, and rather than like little blasty giblets. But regardless, man, yeah, Exhumed, Red Asphalt, favorite songs, title track, Unsafe at Any Speed, Shovelhead, Iron Graveyard. Yeah, really the A side is where it shines, but B side is The Fumes, Crawling from the Wreckage, all good stuff, man. Yeah, this album is really cool, a really cool one to have come out from later day Exhumed, and really they're a band I feel like can do no wrong in every aspect of their career. I felt like they've killed it, even some of the really more underrated ones. What was like the Necro? It was like it was the political one. I forget what it was called, but it almost looks like Russian or something. But anyways, that's it, guys. Yeah, so Exhumed, number 5. I think this is a great album, and I feel like more people should talk about it because I like it. Now, next up, another band. I've talked about Exhumed before. I've also talked about this next band, and they had 2 releases come out this year, but I decided to go with this one because I think it's more fun. Blackmagic SS with Fast Speed. I love this little power thrash, whatever the fuck this is, man. This is a great little project from Blackmagic SS. And this is the kind of thing with this band that makes you love them, right? Because the other new album, Scarlet Desires, was good too, but that's more the same from I feel like Rainbow Nights and stuff like that. It's more of that synth, almost like 80s feeling, type shit. But this was a surprise, man. It seems like everyone was like, damn, whoa, what is that? And it's like, basically it's just because you didn't expect this from the band. You're always kind of kept on your toes by Blackmagic SS releases, and that's what I'm finding here on this one is that, yeah, I found myself surprised. I thought it was awesome, and yeah, the Cocainiac, Fast Speed, metal savagery. It's a really cool little project, and it's kind of cheating because it's definitely an EP. It's pretty quick, but I think this video is called Top Releases, so go to hell. Anyways, man, yeah, this is such a cool little album too, by the way. Yeah, look at that, very cool. You almost got like the Zodiac Killer or something on it. Regardless, yeah, I like bands that surprise me, man. And this band surprised me. Say what you will about the new Exhumed, maybe that didn't surprise you, but when this came out, like take Exhumed for example, yeah, like when that dropped, I was like really not very surprised. I was like, oh yeah, it's great, but like it's in that vein of Exhumed. This I was like, whoa, what is that? You know, it was, and that's a cool feeling to have in metal or in music really in general. So big shout out to Fast Speed by Blackmagic SS. All right, next up, what is that? 1, 2, we'll go with, here we go. One that's kind of new to me, but I had to throw it on here because I've been playing it ever since. This is Cryptworm with, what is it? Infectious pathological waste. Yeah, dude. So here's my story with this. This was one of those ones that I saw come out. And, you know, in a sea of new death metal where there's always new death metal coming out, I'm always quite hesitant to talk about or really give my time to new death metal. Not for any reason. It's just there's so much backlog, so much stuff that I haven't yet gotten to. You know what I'm saying? That I'm like, well, I don't want to. If someone's like a descendant of, you know, X, Y, and Z bands, well, I haven't even checked out X, Y, and Z bands. Why am I gonna check out a new band? That you see the point? But the Cryptworm here, they came through with this album. And I was just like, I forget what happened. I think I just kept seeing it being posted and people talking about how good it was. And eventually I was like, all right, fuck it, man. I'll give it the spin. So I put it on and immediately was like, God damn, this is awesome. I'd say this is for fans of like, if you like Pathologist or, you know, it's like really gory, old death metal, but it's got like something different about it, man. That's not quite like, you know, as easy to put in a box. And that's why, again, I like it. This has riffs for days, man. There are so many riffs on this that are just like groovy as fuck. I've been putting this on while I've been going on my walks and runs and stuff like that. And it's just great to get your pace up to, you know what I'm saying? This album is killer, and I love, love, love the album artwork, if you can see it. See, like, this is the kind of death metal album art that needs to be brought back, I think, is this like classic, almost Cannibal Corpse looking, you know, album art. It's just, I don't know, it's awesome, man. And I always, something about like that green morgue tile, like always gets me. I don't know what it is about that, but yeah, this was put out, well, who was it put out by? Misako Ono Records, whatever. But I bought it from Iron Fortress, man. And I gotta say, dude, Iron Fortress has just been killing it with the releases lately where they're fixing up reputulation and stuff. I don't know if you saw Jimmy from the Blocks video on that. But, dude, if you haven't been shopping from Iron Fortress, I highly recommend you do so. You can get this there and a bunch of other good stuff, too. They might even still have the LP, I think. But, yeah, they've been killing it. And also, if you're like a horror shirts fan, dude, they got tons and tons and tons of horror shirts on there that are killer. I actually just bought one. I should have brought it into the room. Maybe I'll just do a video on Iron Fortress, but regardless, man. So that is my number 3 of the year, Cryptworm with Infectious Pathological Waste. Yeah, I've been jamming that a whole lot lately. It's my newest one on the list that I just got that in the mail a couple days ago. But now here's, let's get to the top 2. It's an obvious 2. I mean, I feel like everyone's on the same page. Well, actually, no. My number 1 is going to be a disappointment likely to you all. But number 2, I think you'll all dig. There it is. Pharmacist with Vertebra after Vertebra, man. It doesn't get, come on, man. It doesn't get better than this. This is just one of the best, especially my favorite Endogenica. Yeah, that Zenith of Mnemonic Forensication. They must crack up, dude. You know, dudes in this band when they hear dipshits like me trying to read their track titles. But goddamn, dude, beautiful. As always, Hell's Headbangers coming in clutch with the absolutely gorgeous layout. It just it doesn't get better, man. Yeah, like I said, pressed by Hell's. But yeah, if you haven't heard the new Pharmacist album, dude, it's like. It's funny because at first I thought I liked the previous album more. I thought I liked what the fuck was it called? Unspoiled Mental Grounds or whatever. After sitting on it and listening to this a few times, I said, nah, I like this side of the band more because Mental Grounds was definitely a more polished album. It had more of a I don't know what you call it. Like, it had more of a like guitar player's thing to it. Like it was more like less grimy and more clean, and I don't know, man. They really muddied it up on this one, and it's loud as fuck. It feels like the gain is just turned up on everything, and yeah, man. I think I've come to prefer this album as opposed to Unspoiled Mental Grounds, but. Yeah, regardless, those tracks I named are awesome. Vertebra After Vertebra is great too. Propelling Inwards is a cool opener. I remember also really liking Les Yours Fast. Fuck off, I can't read it. Regardless, man, this is why one Hell's Headbangers is unfuckwithable. Also, too, just like the quality of the CD and everything. Like you get a nice book. You know what I'm saying? This is why they're head honchos right now in the game, you know, and why I buy a lot of their releases. I almost wish I got the vinyl, but I've just been enjoying CDs lately. I don't know what it's been, but yeah, man, Pharmacist. If you haven't checked out Vertebra After Vertebrae, go check it out. Now the last pick, fuck off. All right, this is my pick of the year so far, and maybe it'll change when I do my final 2026 ranking. But what have I listened to the most in the car driving around? Especially on the road trips with the wife and everything. What's something I throw on whenever we're just cooking and we need something chill to put on in the background and I don't want to feel like gargling my own puke because Pharmacist or Cryptworm is on. Rob Zombie, The Great Satan, man. I love this album, dude. And it's so funny, dude, because I really am not a later day Rob Zombie guy, man. I think I thought his best work was done, you know, after The Sinister Urge, because I love that album, man. I'm a huge fan. But The Great Satan, man, I love. Now, mind you, I'm not oblivious, okay? A lot of goofy tracks on here, aka Tarantula, Fuck the World 84. This is 1984. Dude, typical classic corny Rob Zombie, but I love it. Dude, I don't know, man. It's so much fun, you know? Sometimes things don't always have to be so goddamn serious, you know? I had to sip the coffee. My coffee machine broke, so now I gotta drink fucking iced, and it's a bummer, but regardless, yeah, man. So many great songs on here, dude. Yeah, Heathen Days is probably my favorite. I love the Who Am I little interlude track because it asks the question that I'm always asking, especially on this channel. Like, you know, people, it basically says people did everything right and they still find themselves lost, you know? And yeah, I always knew that would be how that would go if I played by the numbers in life. Happily, I half did and half didn't. But regardless, man, that it's thought-provoking is all I'm trying to say. And I think that's cool. Yeah, Sir Lord Acid Wolfman is a great funky track. Oh, Black Rat Coffin actually is probably my favorite track on here. And then side B, you know, I think it dips a little bit in quality as far as the tracks go. But I like Punks and Demons and The Devil Man's good and Revolution Motherfuckers, again, corny but kind of good. Regardless, man, it was a nice surprise from Rob Zombie, and the you know, the vinyl itself is very nice. It's like this matte, and I love the album cover, dude. I love all the detail, man. He's a cool artist, and then it came with this giant fucking book. Look at this, man. You know, you got this giant fucking book of all. Basically, it's the lyrics, but it's really Rob Zombied out. You know, as far as the art styles. Convincer as far as the art style goes. So yeah, if you haven't checked this out, man, I highly recommend you do so. If you can have fun and you don't need, you know, straight death metal all the time, you know, yeah, maybe check out the Great Satan. I mean, I can do death metal all the time, but I just enjoy switching it up every once in a while. And I always thought, you know, what I liked from Rob Zombie, I loved from Rob Zombie. So anyways, guys, that's it. Those are my best releases of the year so far. Let me know what you got. Peace.